Now we're going to start the second part of a Mishnah. Now, when they were holding a court case, often Beis Din would have their students observe and even sometimes participate in the court hearings. This way, the students would get first-hand experience. They would learn, understand the idea of logic, understand how to do a drisha v'chakira, and understand their responsibility as leaders in their community. But there were restrictions. They couldn't just participate on any level. And let's see, as we go through the Mishnah, what the Mishnah will teach us about that. Dine mamanos, when it comes to monetary cases, hakol melamdin zchut v'chova. Anybody can offer an argument for either acquittal, zchut, acquittal, v'chova, or to convict. Dine nefashos, when it comes to a capital case, hakol melamdin zchus, everybody, including the students who are present, can offer arguments for acquittal. Ve'ein hakol melamdin chova, but not everyone can offer arguments for conviction. Only the judges, not the students. Dine mamanos, when it comes to dine mamanos, hamalamed chova malamed zchut. A person who offered arguments to convict may later change his mind and offer arguments to acquit. V'hamalamed zchut, and someone who in the beginning offered arguments to acquit, malamed chova, can offer arguments to convict. Dine nefashos, but when it comes to dine nefashos, hamalamed chova malamed zchut, someone who offered evidence or arguments to convict, in the capital case can later change his mind and malamed and offer arguments l'zchut to acquit the person. However, aval, but hamalamed zchut, a person who offered arguments to acquit, ein yochol lachzor limod chova, cannot change his mind and then offer arguments to convict. And we continue. Dine mamanos, cases dealing with money, danin bayom v'gomen balayla, can be judged during the day, and we can finish deliberations balayla at night. Dine nefashos, when it comes to capital cases, danin bayom, it will be judged during the day, v'gomen bayom, and the verdict has to be given during the day. The Gemara later on will tell us what the difference is. So the difference between monetary cases is that it can start during the day and it can end at night. A capital case can begin during the day, must also finish during the day. Obviously, if you need more time, the day runs out, you start the following day and you continue the arguments. But the end of the day is you cannot come to a verdict unless it's daytime. Dine mamanos, gomrim bo bayom, you can complete the court case on that day, ben l'zchut, ben l'chova, on the same day, whether you're going to acquit, l'zchut, or chova, convict the person. When it comes to mamanos, a court case like that, you can decide and make the decision the same day. Dine nefashos, when it comes to a capital case, however, gomrim bo bayom, l'zchut, you can come to a favorable decision of acquittal on the same day. You can end the case with an acquittal on the same day. Uvayom shel achor d'chova, but if you're going to convict him, you can't convict him till the next day. And Rashi tells us because a person, we want to give them a chance that maybe at night when they go home, they have a chance to rethink about the case, and maybe they'll find a reason for chova to acquit the person. So again, dini nefashos, you can finish the court case the same day. When it comes to a capital case, if you're going to acquit him, you can finish it on the same day. But if you're going to convict him, then you have to let a night pass and only do it the next day, with the hope and chance that a person may come and think of new evidence and new arguments to acquit the guy. Lefikach, and therefore, if you have to wait another day, an extra day, before you can convict someone, ein danan lo be'erev Shabbos, lo be'erev Yom Tov. We don't come to a decision on a Friday or an Erev Yom Tov. Why? Because once the decision is made, then you have to go and put the capital punishment into play. You don't want to have the person sit there unnecessarily and go through emotional distress. Once you convict him, the Beis Din would then immediately, as quickly as possible, implement the conviction. So you're not supposed to kill somebody on a Friday because it would ruin the Shabbos. It's not a way to go into Shabbos. It's not the way to have Yom Tov. So we don't give, if we finish a court case on a Thursday and we know we're going to convict the guy, we don't come up with a decision until the Sunday, the day after Shabbos, or the day after Yom Tov. So understand the last part of our Mishnah. Bezdin would sit in a semicircle. Those with more experience, those with greater knowledge, those judges would sit in the middle of the circle, or in the middle of the semicircle, and the less experienced judges would sit towards the end. So when it comes to monetary cases, we start with the middle judges, with the ones who are greater, and we go then to ask arguments from other people. But when it comes to capital cases, we definitely start with the guys with less experience. If we start with the guys with more experience, then the guys with less experience might be intimidated and would be afraid to offer their arguments for acquittal. And that's what the Mishnah is going to teach us. Dine mamanos, when it comes to monetary cases. Hatu'umos, cases of impurity, to decide if something is impure or not. V'hataharot, in cases of purity. Matchilim and hagadol, we start with the greater sages who are in the middle, and then we work our way out. Dine nefashos, when it comes to capital cases, matchilim and atzad, we start with the less experienced judges, and then we finally come, after all those opinions are offered, we hear what finally the great and most experienced of the judges have to offer, and then we let everything play out. Hakol kasherin ladun dini mamanos. Everybody is kosher. Everybody is worthy to judge a monetary case. Ve'ena kol kasherin ladun dini nefashos. But not everybody is worthy to judge a capital case. Ella, only people who are kohanim, leviim, Yisraelim. Only people who are kohanim, leviim, Yisraelim. Hamesim lekahuna, or someone who is worthy to marry into the kahuna. So therefore, this limits people who might be a mamzer, people who have a pagam, have some sort of impediment to their lineage. When we have to decide the life of a Jew, we want to make sure a person has a lineage that is in perfect order or as perfect as possible.